Okay, so let's take a look at doing some condition controlled loops in Python. First of all, I'm going to teach you what I would call a cheat code, because we can use a while true loop anytime that we want to repeat something. You can just put while true, and this will repeat anything underneath this line 1. Anything underneath will get repeated forever and ever and ever. So this is what you call a forever loop, while true. This will repeat forever until you tell it to stop. So it is equivalent to what we call a do until loop, because it's always going to do this code at least once, and it will only stop when a certain condition is met. So I'll give a demonstration. If we say while true, and then we'll ask someone to put their name in, we'll just say if name is X, then we're going to break the loop. Now what that means is it's just going to keep asking me to repeat and repeat and repeat typing my name in over and over again. So if I type in my name once, it's going to ask again and again and again, and it'll keep doing it until I type in X. And if I type in X, it will break this loop from repeating again, which is why it's exited now. So this is the equivalent of a do until loop. It's going to do these lines of code until this condition's met, and then it will break the loop. So that is called a while true loop in Python. It's equivalent to a do until, and it's a really easy way of repeating a section of code. Okay, the next variation is we're just going to look at a standard while loop. Now that is where you only want the code to repeat if a certain condition is met. So let's take a look at that. This here is a condition, and I've already told the computer that the condition is true, but you can put a certain test in there. For example, while X is greater than 10, or while name is not equal to Steve, or any sort of condition that you want to put here is determining whether the code underneath is going to take place or not. If you do it with this method, then we don't need to break the loop, so these lines of code are irrelevant. So what you could do is you could say while name is blank, as in they've typed in nothing, then you could say your name, or you have not typed in your name. Okay, so if you ask somebody to type in their name, and they type in nothing, then it'll say you've not typed in your name, and it'll ask them to do it again. Okay, so it's a basic way of repeating some code based on this condition. This condition has to be a true or false question, and the answer is basically if it's true. If this is true what it's asking here, then it will repeat any code that you write underneath. If it's false, then this never happens. So that's how you implement what we call a while loop. And the other method was a while true, which is a lot easier for kids to understand.